Hello and welcome back to my F1 diary. Let's talk about the Saudi Arabian Grand Prix. Actually, before we get to F1, I also watched F1 Academy and F2 this weekend. A lot more action than F1, both on and off track. But I did find it harder to follow, obviously, because I don't know everyone's names and stuff and the teams. By the way, can someone explain to me, like, what's the importance of teams in F1 Academy and F2, where it's like a spec series that everyone races the same car? Like, other than logistic reasons, is there any importance to the teams? Like, do they have any influence on the performance of the drivers? Because like I know Prema is like known to be a good team, but like what makes it a good team if like the cars are the same, you know? So in F1 Academy, very accessible. It was live on YouTube and it's still like up, so if you want to go see that, you can. Spoilers, by the way, for both F1 Academy races. Dorian Penn won both of them, but then got a 20-second penalty, right, for taking the checkered flag twice because her team didn't tell her that it was like the last lap, and I don't know, she just didn't notice the checkered flag, I guess. Just seems like everything's a little loosey-goosey and like not as serious as it is in F1. Same goes to F2, not to the same extent, but still loosey-goosey there. Also, spoilers for the F2 races. The sprint race was won by another VER Dutchman, so we couldn't escape that. Even though he was disqualified afterwards because of technical issues with his car. But the moment was there, so. And then the main race, the feature race, was really great. I really enjoyed it. I'm probably going to watch F2 and F1 Academy as well throughout the year. Another thing that happened in F2 is that Ollie Bearman, who took pole position for the feature race, didn't participate in it, or the sprint race, because he had to step in for Carlos Sainz, who had appendicitis. So that was interesting. Probably the best part of the race. It was definitely better than Bahrain, but it was still not very eventful. Any guesses on what Carlos' appendicitis domino effect will be? Because last time an F1 driver had an appendicitis, it resulted in the only non-Red Bull win last year. And if you don't know the story, Alex Albon had appendicitis in 2022, so he couldn't be in the Monza Grand Prix. Nick De Vries stepped in as a reserve for Williams, scored P9, impressed Red Bull, who gave him the AlphaTauri seat. Nick De Vries does not perform well and is replaced by Daniel Ricciardo, who breaks his hand in free practice in Zandvoort and is replaced by Liam Lawson, who knocks out Max Verstappen out of Q2 in Singapore.
Can Liam Lawson make it through? He can! Liam Lawson knocks out Max Verstappen! Absolutely extraordinary!
So that led to Carlos being able to win that race. And some even may say it caused Lewis to sign with Ferrari because he was P3 in that race and Mercedes didn't go to the podium. But who was in the podium to cheer him on and give him a good word? Ferrari, because they were there for Carlos. So some also say that the biggest move in F1 in the last, like, I don't know how many years was also part of the domino effect from Alex Albon's appendicitis. So if we have any guesses on Carlos's one, I'd love to hear theories. Also, Carlos is absolutely crazy for going to the race. Can we talk about that? Did you see the clip of him walking? A month ago, I had a similar surgery in my abdomen, and I also walked like an idiot, like for 2 weeks after that. So yeah, it's not that weird that he's out of the hospital because it's like a simple procedure and you are released from the hospital after one night. But it is crazy that he went to the race and wasn't like going to bed. And also he's like aiming to race in Australia, which is also crazy. I wish him all the best of luck and a speedy recovery, although I would love to see Ollie like in Australia, but we'll see what happens. So yeah, Ollie had a great race and great qualifying. He qualified P11, really close to knocking Lewis Hamilton out, just saying, and he finished P7 in the race. And also his dad was so cute. They kept cutting to him. He was so nervous and it was so cute to see. Red Bull dominated again, no surprise there. McLaren had a disappointing, I wouldn't say disappointing, but a frustrating race, I would say. Oscar being stuck behind Lewis for like 20 laps. And Lando with his jump start, which didn't help him. He just had a worse start because of it. But that, and also the strategy waiting for another safety car that never came. So it wasn't like bad on paper, like you see P4, P8. Those are pretty good, but it wasn't the best race. Also, we learned that the straight speed is lacking, so I'm kind of scared for the entire year. Haas, good strategy. Somehow Haas came like in front of all the bottom teams. K-Mag, absolute menace on track with his 2 10-second penalties he got, and then just like ruining everyone's race behind him to open up the gap to Nico to allow him to pit and like get a point. So that was kind of good, honestly. Sauber need to sort out their pit stops, because it was Joe this time who got a really bad one. And also, it wasn't televised, but apparently Daniel also had a really, really bad pit stop. RB, like VCARB, I don't know what I'm calling them. I said last time I would call them VCARB, but then by the end of the video, I called them RB, so I'm just gonna switch with what comes out of my mouth each time. So VCARB was nowhere. Yuki had a fine qualifying. He qualified P9, but race pace wise, the car just wasn't there. I understand there was no grip for the car, so I don't know what we're gonna do with that. Oh, right, Pierre. Yeah, the Alpines. No pace for Esteban. I mean, he was stuck, like in the K-Mag train, but still, I don't know. And then Pierre with his gearbox issue. What else? Let me go through like every team. So Red Bull, domination. Ferrari, yeah, Charles was great. Ollie was great. McLaren. Oh, Aston Martin. I don't really understand where their team stands. Mercedes, kind of right now they're acting like a midfield team. Haas, good strategy. Williams, boring race for them. Not much happened. RB, we're nowhere. Sauber also were nowhere. I don't know what happened to Bottas. Did he also have like a botched pit stop? I'm not really sure, but also something I want to talk about is how fucking insanely scary and like difficult the Jeddah circuit is. Like when I played on the game, I can't play it on the game because it doesn't work for me. I just crash. Oh, and also Monaco. I guess I have problem with like tight, narrow circuits, but at least Monaco is like slower. The Jeddah one is so fast. And also the new track that they want to do, even more scary. Did you see it? It's like a rainbow road. Can you imagine Charles Leclerc having the same brake issues he had in Bahrain there? He's just gonna go off the track. What will happen then? I have no idea what they're thinking to themselves or how they're gonna make it safe, but I don't know, man. What else? Oh, the Arabic calligraphy that they had, like their names, the drivers' names. Very pretty. I love that. I also learned Arabic in school, so it was kind of fun to like try to refresh my memory about the letters and like see what I can read. Like obviously it's their names, I know what it says, but just like identifying the letters and whatnot. And I did pretty well, I would say, for myself. Just like a benchmark, I stopped studying it when I was a freshman, and that was, I think it was 9 years ago. No way, wait, no. Maybe 8 years ago. That's also a long time. Let's not talk about my age. What else happened? Nothing really. Wow, okay. That was kind of quick. Hope we have more exciting races throughout the year with someone other than Max winning. Please be Lando. I need Lando to win so bad. Although if I'm being honest, I don't think that will happen this year. I think this year just belongs to Max. At this point, I'm just gonna like not think about Max at all. Like he doesn't exist. Like the true podiums, maybe I shouldn't count Checo as well, just like not count Red Bull. So for the non-Red Bull real podium this week, it was Charles Leclerc P1, Oscar Piastri P2, and Fernando Alonso P3. That's like the only way to stay sane, I think, and to think F1 is competitive at this day and age. So yeah, enjoy these memes. Bye!